That's Alexander off of
Impressive moonsault off the guardrail as usual. Kenny, always ultra impressive.
I'll say this, and I'm loath to compliment Kenny Omega, but boy, he looks like he's in great shape. He looks like he's on his game.
Yes, he is.
He's in great shape and he's hungry. He wants the AEW World Championship. Kenny Omega, the only athlete to be a former AEW World Champion, AEW International Champion, AEW World Tag Team Champion, a two-time former AEW World Trios Champion. And he wants to add a second reign of the World Championship to that already impressive resume.
And his only singles loss on Dynamite came at the hands of you.
He's incapable of winning titles without me in his corner, and that's never happening, so he's in trouble right now.
Yeah, you drove a... We'll recall that.
Correct.
Yes.
Well said. Josh Alexander has been clear. He's been waiting 10 years to end the career of Kenny Omega, and tonight he gets his chance.
Lateral press. Kenny Omega, widely regarded as the best Canadian professional wrestler of his generation. But Josh Alexander also happens to be in that same generation, Don, and that is a fact that has weighed on Alexander throughout his career.
Listen, I would put Kenny Omega in the same category as a Don Leo Jonathan. I mean, Josh Alexander, though, in the pantheon of Canadian wrestling, is the best, in my opinion, to ever do it.
All right, that's quite a bold statement. Is the screwdriver around here anyway?
You're about to find out.
Hey, Doc, stick that screwdriver right in the leg of Shivani. Take the hell.
Kenny Omega.
Oh, Kenny's going to fly. You can feel it here.
Alexander up to the apron, the boot to the face, but Alexander hung on to that top rope.
Oh, he's in trouble. Alexander, maybe not.
Right hand. Nice.
Into the face, and Alexander scoops up Omega onto the apron. Territory for Kenny Omega, driven down, and fans, we're going to step away from the action for the next 90 seconds, but don't go anywhere. This battle with major title implications continues live on Dynamite.
You feel like going for a ride?
Alexander would love nothing more than to not only take down Kenny Omega, but to take Omega out of the AEW World Championship title picture, and he could be moments away from doing so. Alexander, lateral press, but Omega.
Spot for Kenny, not to exert more energy because when your core is affected, kicking out, you kick out from your core. Kenny utilized that bottom rope, Excalibur.
Yeah, we've
stopped the count.
We've seen Josh Alexander targeting the midsection of Kenny Omega. Omega, of course, Tony, he has dealt with that disease, diverticulitis. He had so many inches of his intestines removed from his stomach in that surgery that got him back into in-ring shape, but he's still battling through it.
Yeah, and it's amazing that he has fought his way back to get into wrestling shape once again.
Nothing is more amazing than what the Don Callis family has coming up. In fact, this Saturday on Collision, Doyle and Davis are going to show FTR exactly who the top dogs around here. And Andrade, what a gift to pro wrestling he is. He is going to dismantle Magnus. And Proto Shida, that might be the hottest tag team of all time. We're going to show you something on Collision. And then 2 title matches on Dynamite. Look at this. And maybe the end of Kenny Omega as well.
Alexander has Omega up in the...
Oh, yes.
And just crushing the abdomen of Kenny Omega. Alexander, 1, 2, and no, Omega! Wow. Fighting through the pain.
I love it when they counted Kenny Omega out and he comes back each and every time.
Taz, are you excited that next week on Dynamite, the Don Callis family will go after 2 different titles? Doyle and Davis, yes, Doyle and Davis after the tag titles, and El Clone will take the TNT title back for the Don Callis family against Mark Briscoe. I'm thrilled.
I am happy to see that. I hope you guys are victorious and just have plethora of titles.
All that live next Wednesday night on TBS and HBO Max from Austin, Texas, as we make our return. But right now, Alexander pulled the pad up.
Kenny's fighting.
And now Alexander into the steps and the ring post. Oh no. Whoa.
Don't do this. This should not be allowed. That's a scorpion.
Suplex. And Alexander, an injury history of his own, Don. at one point had to step away to the ring due to damage to his neck.
He had a broken neck, not unlike Taz. I mean, you know what that's like, Taz.
Yes.
This kid came back just like you did.
Well, and this might set him back, though. Man, I'll tell you what, that is a nasty landing on the back of your surgically repaired neck for Alexander.
Yeah, neck and shoulder region that time, both.
We all complain about it when we go after Kenny Omega's injuries, but when he does it, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, that's a double standard. You're right.
Omega locking to Josh Alexander. But that was a rough landing for Kenny Omega. Alexander bore the brunt of the impact. Yep. But if we catch another look at it, Omega, his tailbone came down hard on the exposed arena floor.
Words out of my mouth. The tailbone is exactly right, Excalibur. I think we might get a look at it, maybe not, but it looked like that for sure on that dodge. That was a nasty landing, but Kenny, the adrenaline, sometimes when it's flowing, you don't feel that stuff.
Taz, Kenny looks explosive tonight, more so than I've seen him in several months.
He does, and he's, like you said, he's in great shape. You can tell just by looking at him.
How about that missile drop kick, guys?
To the back of the neck.
Omega, legs crossed, and the neck breaker on Alexander. 1, 2. Alexander's turn to beat the count.
I think Kenny realized it'll take more than that to beat Josh Alexander. But Josh in trouble here, Don, just hanging on that middle rope.
Omega could be lining up.
We've scouted Kenny's moves for many months.
The V trigger. Alexander waiting for it. Answers the Enziguri. Stuns Omega.
Right in the face.
Yes. Oh, Omega and Alexander, both men over the top.
Is Kenny okay?
And
I'm just checking on him. Take it easy.
There you go, Bryce Remsburg. Kenny hit very hard on his tailbone once again.
Why is the referee allowed to yell at guest commentators? What is going on here?
Look at this.
And on Josh.
Omega coming down hard, and luckily Bryce Remsburg had his eyes glued to Don Callis to prevent any malfeasance or foul play. Alexander and Omega now on the outside.
They're both struggling to get to their feet.
In front of our desk here on Dynamite. Can hear those solid shots.
Yeah, right in front of us. It is physical for sure.
Yeah, heavy blows, and each man keeps coming back.
Kenny's feeling it right now, but so is Josh.
God, I love this.
10 years of pent-up frustration.
This is the action that we see on Dynamite and Collision. Back and forth they go.
Not elbows, Taz. Those are right hands.
I mean, wearing headgear helps Josh a little bit on those forearm shots by Kenny. But they're impactful. I'm looking right at it.
Kenny grew up in the streets of Winnipeg fighting in 40 below under, so
Alexander taking a tack, gouging the eyes of Omega. Now Alexander.
what is this? Stop this! Stop!
There he goes. Running for the hills. As Omega pursuing Don out into the crowd. I'm not sure that's a yellow streak behind Don Callis or a brown streak. Either way, he's out of the range of Kenny Omega, and Omega returning his attention to Josh Alexander.
That got pretty wild, and it's still wild.
Oh, Alexander, though, ankle lock got it as Omega was trying to re-enter the ring. Alexander, smashing the ankle against the ring apron.
Alexander did a great job of staying away from Kenny's right leg that time. Being able to hook onto the left leg.
Taz, we have seen it since Josh Alexander has entered AEW. He is so dangerous with that ankle lock.
He is excellent with it for sure. And these two guys are just tagging each other heavily here.
And Alexander attempting to reintroduce Kenny Omega to the ring the hard way. But Omega trying to fight it off. Away Alexander.
What's wrong, Don?
Chased me halfway to the building.
Dragon screw.
I'm glad you wore a brown suit.
And Omega
It's coming in hot here. Watch out.
Omega on the apron. Alexander helps him to the floor.
Man, what a shot right there. What impact by Alexander.
As you mentioned, Don, Josh Alexander has waited years, more than a decade, for this opportunity against Kenny Omega.
He's been waiting a long time, that's for sure.
And in one fell swoop, Alexander could not only take down
Good job, buddy. Go finish him off.
Kenny
Bring it home to
Omega.
daddy.
Bring it back.
Trigger!
Wow, here it comes.
Power bomb.
Oh, hands up, hands up! Oh, no.
He might get it.
Right down the middle, 1, 2, Kenny Alexander escapes!
Great toughness by Josh.
Yeah, you can see Josh getting ready to kick out, pushing out that time. Uh-oh, here we go. Let's go.
Omega with Alexander on the shoulders. Center
No,
of the ring.
1 week Angel.
1, 2,
Yes.
You know, Kenny Omega wants a world title shot